How to fix Britain's fuel shortage. Lorry driver shortages, fuel shortages and energy shortages in Britain is clear indication of a failure to plan for Brexit or the pandemic. One of Boris Johnson's key arguments for Brexit was that the UK's long-term reliance on foreign workers dragged down domestic wages and discouraged recruitment and training. Lorry driver shortages and hospitality worker shortages show the fact that improving working conditions and the salaries didn't help to recruit more British workers. Government's announcement of 5,000 new visas for haulers until Christmas would barely scratch the surface of a 100,000 shortfall. This is turning into a political gamble for Boris Johnson. On one hand, he has to sort out supply chain issue. On the other hand, he doesn't want to create a sense among British people that his government has lost control. Before we get into it, just wanted to ask you to subscribe to our channel if you're interested in similar topics. Please like, share and leave a comment or ask a question. So, what could be done to fix Britain's fuel shortage problem? The problem isn't a shortage of fuel, but an inability to get it to petrol stations all around the country to meet demand and stop the panic buying. The Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy published a 5-page summary of response tools available in a national emergency plan for fuel in January 2021. They came up with 5 measures to maintain fuel supply. Let's have a look at that. Number 1. Downstream Oil Industry Protocol, which, when activated, temporarily exempt industry from Competition Act 1998 for the purpose of optimizing supply in the event of a disruption and allows for information sharing, joint planning and coordinated supply action. The protocol has been implemented. British government suspended Competition Act 1998 for the purpose of sharing information and optimizing supply to allow companies to coordinate fuel supplies to the most affected regions. Number 2. Reserve tanker fleet. Government has access to a reserve fleet of fuel tanker vehicles that can be deployed at short notice to provide additional capacity to industry contingency arrangements. The problem is not the fleet of fuel tankers, the problem is a lack of additional drivers. Number 3. Reserve tanker drivers. Government works with the downstream oil industry, including haulage companies, to maintain a capability within the armed forces to make fuel deliveries in the event of a serious disruption to normal deliveries. This work ensures that military personnel could be efficiently and safely deployed. Getting the military involved would provide a rapid boost to the number of available drivers, but was identified as a last resort by the BEIS. Number 4. Relaxation of drivers' hours. This is usually in response to a specific incident and would be limited to specific transport operations within a confined time period. This must be requested by industry and can only be approved by Department for Transport. In theory, this sounds like a good solution to the problem, but in reality, companies may not want to face bad publicity just in case things go wrong due to driver working extremely long hours. Number 5. Oil stocks release. The UK is obligated to hold emergency oil stocks. These can be released to provide additional supply. This would only be used in the event of a significant disruption to global supply to calm the market. Oil stock release won't solve the lack of additional driver problem, since the problem is getting fuel from the oil refineries to the petrol stations, not an overall supply shortage. How about some additional measures? Number 1. The government has issued 5,000 short-term visas to foreign drivers. They should increase this number to 50,000. How to entice overseas drivers to apply is another issue. Number 2. Bring back the recently retired drivers. Some incentives, bribes in the form of higher salary or better conditions are likely to be needed to encourage them to get back to work. Number 3. Provide more heavy goods vehicle driver tests and get more people trained as soon as possible. Number 4. Just wait and see. The panic buying may start to ease after all drivers filled up their tanks, but considering the fact that now driving is higher than pre-pandemic levels, we might have to wait more than just a few days. That's about it. Comment below if you have any ideas. Please like, share and comment. Till next time, bye!